What's up, Facebook? I hope you hear me now. Sorry about that. Hear me now? Hear me now?
Good morning.
What's up, Babz?
How are you feeling?
Yeah, life.
I got up and walked. I went to the track this morning and walked. I had to get my rhythm because I was late. I had been late. I don't know what is happening. I had to get myself. You know, I've been battling with my son, so that creates so much stress.
You might have less than a minute on that song. I better change clothes.
Huh?
It's change clothes with Jay-Z and Pharrell, but you might have less than a minute.
Are we having a Jay-Z Beyonce day? What are we having?
I don't know.
Harry's like, this is not my damn show. I'm just playing the music till you get here.
I don't know why. I forgot the days. What
What is today? Tuesday? Is it only Tuesday?
Yep. Is it Slow Jam Tuesday or no?
No. Is it? No. That's on Thursdays.
I forgot what Tuesday is.
We don't know what kind of music we're playing today. Good morning. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. You just tuned in to LoveBabz, LoveTalk, 103.5 FM, WNHH. So Harry was holding it down because, you know, I run up in here late. I'm late because I have so many issues. But you know what? Today's the last day for issues because I'm about the resolution. I'm about that resolution. And now since I've been back from Jamaica, the first couple of nights I've been sleeping well. Now I'm back to not sleeping. So I have to give up this world of worry because worry is the anti-prayer. So I'm about to give that up again. And I mean it. So my son is giving me a lot of drama and I'm about to deal with him. He's got a lot of mental health problems and it is becoming increasingly difficult to deal with him in the mornings. So I, like a lot of other parents around the world, are dealing with children who have a lot of issues and it spills over into my work life. So I have to, I'm working with some really great people over at Integrated Wellness. I'm working with some great people over at Our Kids. But I think we have to move toward another much more therapeutic setting for him because he's really out of pocket now, and it is beyond my capabilities of taking care of him. So, you know, that's what I'm faced with this morning.
I feel you.
Listen.
I'm dealing with my own mental health issues. So I feel you.
And, you know, he has meds, but he won't take them, and I can't make him take them. That's the other part.
But, you know, it's the worst feeling in the world to be on meds. You know, because even though you may have some issues, you're lucid.
Mm-hmm.
And the meds
slow you down.
They slow you completely down. Your brain doesn't process normally, so...
Well, he's got to slow his brain down, otherwise he's going to end up in jail.
I hear you.
Seriously. You know, he's 16, 6'3", something like that. He's going to be somebody's problem. I've been holding him stable for all these years, but he is becoming out of my realm, right? Because, you know, now they tell me I can't make him do stuff. I can't. So I'm like, well, you know what? Then y'all need to take him because you don't want me to do anything. I can't discipline him. Well, talking to him is not, he don't care. Today, he left the house at 8:20 to be at 8 o'clock. He's supposed to be at a program at 7:45. 8:20. And I'm like, boy, don't say nothing to me. Oh. You know, and his father doesn't want to deal with him.
It's hard. That's a hard age.
It is.
was-
He's 16. He don't know nothing. He
was
knows
off.
absolutely nothing.
I know, and
I was 16. I remember being 16. I was off the hook. I was on the edge. I was right at the edge of disrespect. I get it.
Yeah, and not only that, when you're a young man, not that I'm making excuses,
No, I hear you. Insight is always helpful.
but you just feel like you could take on the world, right? So, and you feel like the world is against you, so it's
And that's
against the world.
and that's exactly how he feels. That's exactly how he feels.
And you see discipline as disrespect.
Exactly, Harry.
So it's a hard age, a really hard age.
I've had enough. I've had it's been a lot. And I've been the sole parent on duty 24/7. And I sent my daughter to live with her father for that very reason. I sent Margot to live with her father. Now she absolutely hates me at the moment. Like, she won't talk to me. And the father is mad at me too. So he's not talking to me, won't take my calls because he feels impositioned. Now, he won't say that to people. He'll say, well, of course I'd take my daughter, and of course I would. But he is really pissed off because he felt like I forced him into a situation. I'm like, are you kidding me? I've been holding this kid down for 15 years. I'm just saying. So yeah, so this ain't love today.
That's the problem with society, but men don't get it.
They don't get it.
Because I remember growing up, my father felt that I was my mother's responsibility.
Yeah.
So they feel like if you act the fool, that's on you. They look at the wife, that's on you.
Yeah. And that's exactly what he does.
Yeah.
And then he has the nerve to like throw some advice.
Right. But the advice is from the outside looking in because they don't want to get in the ring either.
Right.
Right? So I know I went through it and I tortured emotionally my mother with everything I put her through.
Mm-hmm.
And my father was a bystander. And that's a normal reaction for most men. They just look at the woman like, what you do wrong with this kid?
Yeah. Exactly, Harry.
It's crazy.
That is it. And the fact that he won't return my calls and he's blocked my calls because he doesn't want to deal with it. But he is talking to my son directly, kinda through. But he's not like coming to see him. He's not taking him. He's not picking up. He's not doing any of that. He's just having conversation with him over the phone periodically. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
You're too low.
Oh, it's too low.
Yeah, so I mean that's I went through it my whole life and I know what you're going through. That's why I chose in my life to be an equal parent with my wife. Actually be an equal parent,
Mm-hmm.
not make her sacrifice everything for the kids all the time. So,
And that's what I've done, Harry, for the last, he's 16, 18 years. And when we got divorced, because we've only been divorced about a decade, right? So I've been the parent on duty. He has never had them at his house. They don't spend the night. They, none of that. And he's moved quite a few places. Now he's in his new house with his wife. And they're, she's a lovely woman. But he has not relieved me of parental duties, ever.
Wait a second. There's like no agreement?
Stop.
That was real.
No, stay out of this conversation. There's no agreement. There is an agreement. We're not talking about agreement. People can make agreements all they want in the court, but the actuality of it is he has not shown up.
And that's it right there.
He's just not showing up. But he likes to present out in town that he's this great father, and I'm not knocking him because he's stepped in on a few occasions, but he has not backed me enough.
I feel like society hasn't completely evolved yet. They think, okay, we want to treat women fairly, in the workplace and this, but not when it comes to parenting.
Right.
It hasn't fully evolved. Like I see women all the time put their jobs in jeopardy because they have to take the days off to take their children.
Yes.
And I wouldn't let my wife go through it by herself. I would step in part time. Equally.
So this is what they would say. Oh, So, and then they got the kids saying this. I said, well, call your father and see if he can do, oh, he has to work tonight, or he worked last night, so he's sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm like, I work every damn day. Are you out of your mind? Do you know how many jobs I have just to keep this train moving?
Yeah.
And they would say this to me. My kids, they would say, oh, Dad has to work. He's sleeping. He can't. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I saw my mother going through it, begging my father for help with me, and I knew I wouldn't be that type of father.
Well, maybe there's hope for my kids, because
is.
each and every one of them have just, except for Brianna, who's down there in North Carolina, and I think that college time has really liberated her brain about the family dynamic. And she clearly sees who's been holding it down. Now, my youngest daughter, Margot, who's 15, she's not seeing things. She's having revisionist thoughts. I don't need her to take a side against her father. This is not what I am suggesting. But she has painted me as the villain. And Harry, swear to God, I have remembered painting my mother as the villain when my father was a fool and abusive. I painted my mother into that. I did. But when I grew up, I realized it was not her, it was him. So I'm hoping that she, and I don't say this with, I hope this is the truth. So at some point, she will see her parents for what we are. But right now at 15, she's gotten, I took her off my phone because she was disrespecting the data. Like, you know how much money I was spending in data overages? $60 and $70 because of her. And I was like, you can't stop it. I'd shut her off so she could just use Wi-Fi, and she'd blow up. She'd be crazy, manic. So then I just cut her off, and I was like, you know what? After she got jumped at me with this one last time, I was like, you know what? You got to go live with your father. So she goes to her father, and she said, oh, there's no food at our house. I'm always hungry. Mom doesn't shop. I go to bed hungry. And she tells her father this tale. And this man believes every word of it and calls me up talking about, I send you child support. Why are my children hungry? He doesn't question. I said, are you kidding me? He goes, well, why would she lie? And I knew right then and there was no point in this conversation.
Yeah, it's a losing battle.
It is a losing. So I said, you know what?
You have to do that because you put your time in, right?
I have put my time in, Harry.
What you have to do is pray you win the war, not these little battles. Because these little battles growing up, I mean, like
that's good advice, Harry.
Yeah, because my mother will tell you right now, she's like super proud of me because all my family saw was me spiraling out of control. Mm-hmm. So, and then I got my crap together basically on my own. But there's hope, and I see the struggles my mother went through, and I use them as lessons for my life, So not to be that type of man, make sure the woman is cared for and treated in a special manner, So there's hope.
Well, I'm glad I talked to you, Harry, because I feel hopeful. And you know what? I was talking to my sister the other day. I feel some kind of way that my child is at her father's house, and he's not helping facilitate this relationship. And she's not talking to me. She has a new phone number, and she's dropped me off her social media sites. All of these painful things, right? But then I was like, you know what? She's in a safe place. She's with her other parent, and they have a really nice house. Yeah. And they have space for her, and they've made a way for her. And so she's not talking to me now, and she's announced that I'm dead to her. And for whatever reasons, I'm still baffled by all of this, but she's 15, and I get it, because, she's hormonal. She's got a lot of mental health issues too, and she's like, you never make me feel like you're proud of me, and all these things. And I'm thinking, what house did she grow up in? And her siblings are like, what house did she grow up in? Because she got all the attention all the time. But that's all right. So I'm saying this today. Last night I went to bed. Since I've been back from Jamaica, I have been up stressed out over this. Stressed. Not sleeping, 4 hours, 3 hours of sleep. And last night I just decided, you know what, God, I am laying this burden down. I'm done. I'm not going, and I think you made a good point. Stop these battles and pray I win the war.
Yep.
And I'm here. So should she ever want her mother again, she'll seek me out.
Right, and she will.
She'll seek me out.
Life has this way of teaching you lessons. So, and a 15-year-old doesn't get the lessons yet.
No.
It just, they run right through them. They bulldoze the lessons.
Mm-hmm.
But as time goes by, they'll learn.
Yeah. So Marco's at her father's. Khalil can't go to his father's because his father doesn't want to deal with him. Because he's really a difficult person. So he doesn't want to deal with him. And my son Gregory is out there couch surfing because he does not want to stand in his place of owning the stuff that he's been doing. He just doesn't want to own it. So life, like you said, will force you to show up in your life. Anyway, so good morning. Listen, y'all are my therapy today. Whoever's listening, y'all are my therapy today, whether you like it or not. You are tuned in to LoveBabz, LoveTalk, 103.5 FM.
You know what? I think that's what that Paul loves about this show. We're real, right?
We just keep it real, baby. And there's no illusions about my life. I don't pretend jack. I don't pretend nothing. I'm not fake about nothing. I walk in my truth, and as painful as it is, I do it. So if I brag about my kids, it's because I'm bragging about my kids. But I also will tell you when they are broken or they're hurt or they're doing this foolishness now. And it is breaking my heart. It is. And at first I thought, Harry, I thought I was a poor mother. Seriously, because I was like, why is all this happening? And my sister had to remind me, girl, you've been doing this heavy lifting by yourself 24/7.
Yep.
You've been in the storm. You've been in the storm so long, you used to it. When the sun shines, you don't know how to act. Yeah. So between my sister and my brother Robert, because my brother Robert has been my backup. And he has been my backup, and he has been on the spot and helpful. So, so I got a village of people. My squad has been helpful, and I've got people who I talk to, and my kids are programmed into some great programs to help them along the way. But I'm at the place now that they need something other than what I am able to provide. So anyway, they play some damn music. I don't know what we're going to play. We're going to play some Gangsta's Paradise, because why not?
Coolio.
Yeah, hey, why not?
That poor man. I bet he's broke now.
Get it in. We're not talking. Don't.
We're about to go to break. I can't even say a word on the show anymore.
You can't. Not today. You can, but when we come back, we'll talk about something else. So you can get in. You can get in, Sam.
If I breathe too heavy.
Sam could get in the next.
I had the source material for that last conversation. I had some serious source material for that last one.
What?
I'm like the divorced kid. Like,
no, this is beyond divorce.
I don't know.
This is not divorce. Were you a bad? Well, you probably was. You wasn't a bad kid, though, were you? You just had a lot of.
I mean, not like bad, but
no. My mother could tell you some stories, and I was just the worst child. My mother had problems with my sister, my brother. So it's
Yeah, so that's what I'm having trouble with my kids.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not alone in that, Harry. But when you are dealing with it, you do feel alone because you're like, what is going on? Like what? What?
I get it because I used to, and I used to always look at my mother after I made her feel like crap or something like that. I used to see it. It just didn't translate how horrible I was being, But it's hard, and hopefully they wake up. They'll wake up.
I guess I'm the worst and the best because I'm an only child. I guess I kind of have to hold both of those titles. Like, at times I was the worst, and at times I was the best.
I was the middle child. And I terrorized both my older brother and my sister. So, imagine that. And my older brother was a tough dude. But once I became a tough dude, I was a tougher dude. Because I was a monster. I was a monster going to martial arts and everything, learning how to kill people, and that was my goal.
To kill people?
To kill people.
Yeah.
At the time when I was crazy, oh my god.
I got kicked out of martial arts because this kid knocked me out unconscious.
What?
It was like my 3rd week. I was like 8 years old, and they had me fight this kid who ended up being 6'4", 250. So just imagine that as a 3rd grader. And he got up, kicked me in the chest, and I passed out. And
Oh my God.
And my mother didn't let me do karate after that.
Who was there's this movie where the guy's beating up on little kids. Takes martial arts, beating up on little kids. I'm trying to think.
Is it a funny movie?
Yeah. But also like the guy in Something About Mary, where he plays with
Yeah, that is such a funny movie.
that is
With Brett Favre. That.
Favre. Brett
Favre.
Favre.
What a weird last name. But yeah, that was such a good one. What happened to Cameron Diaz? She was so talented.
She was very tough.
Especially in The Mask.
That she became plastic and
Well, Hollywood is tough on women.
Yeah.
Because there's that pressure to sort of like
Stay young.
stay young,
But there's like, well, how does this get old? Like, there's so many cool old actresses. Like, why not just... Like, who's that lady who played Mary Lincoln in Lincoln? Sandy Fields. What's her name? She's really cool.
Sandy Fields.
Viola Davis. She's real
Oh,
cool.
I love Viola.
But Viola Davis is like black. It's a little different for black women. Like Viola Davis is 50 years old, right?
Yeah, you can't tell compared to, not to criticize white women.
There's age difference.
It's like they say black don't crack,
It's serious.
but it's because it's just different. I don't know. Like I was gonna say a reason, but it's different. The age different. Look at J-Lo.
Well, J-Lo,
She just
J-Lo's
turned 40.
Spanish. What, Spanish don't crack now?
Oh, Spanish.
Well, it's all that African blood runs through those veins.
Yeah, J-Lo, she's a cradle snatcher, though. She, like, the man...
Well, right now she's with A-Rod.
Yeah, right? Yeah, isn't she?
Yeah, A-Rod's I think 43. She's 48.
Yeah, they seem to be getting it on pretty well.
Not bad.
I miss her and Mark Anthony. That's what I remember.
That I don't want to talk bad about. I can't.
That's the only... That's the...
That was like the weirdest couple ever.
That's what I remember. Because my mom loves Mark Anthony. She got, like, 8 CDs from Mark Anthony.
Why we don't hear any music? Bab, you got a studio down?
What? Oh, what is that? It's doing this thing. Oh, sorry. Is it too low?
Yeah, we can... Can you hear now? Nothing?
Uh-oh. Is it not recording? It's red.
No, it's flatlining.
Oh, it's flat.
I think the song might be over. Yeah, the song's over.
Oh, we having technical difficulties. I think I just burnt out the system. Okay, there we go. I see it. It's not flatlining now. It's funny because I feel like I'm in the operating room, right? So I'm looking at the screen. So somebody must have texted Harry and said, "Hey, I don't hear y'all." Oh, it's
It's like, ooh.
So it's out. It's like the line that you see at the EKG. Hey, Sam, the intern.
Hello.
How are you?
I can talk.
Are you going to see Sheila E. this weekend?
Yes, I am.
All right, because I want you to be about that life.
I really want to go to the Green and like hang out.
Hang out. You got friends? You got friends in town?
Yeah, my friend from school is actually visiting me for the week. I'm picking him up at the airport today.
Oh, okay.
Because on Friday we're seeing Solange and Frank.
Oh, that's right. Are you writing a story? Are you going to do a story?
If Paul lets me. Because I would
Listen, do the story. If Paul doesn't run it, I will run it in the inner city.
I'm going to be crying when I see Frank Ocean. Like, real
Well,
tears.
can you get some pictures before you start crying?
Yeah. I'm going to be like, hold my phone like
Harry,
like that.
you
Like
hear? Really?
yeah. So
I hear you, because listen, when I see my people that I dig, I'm the same way.
It's been a 5-year struggle. I was 14 when I guess I said 6-year struggle. I was 14 when
What's
I got
that movie
first
with, what?
Frank Ocean.
What's that movie with the wild and crazy guy? What's his name? The comedian.
Oh, wow, that's a crazy guy.
You know, and he did the movie he was white comedian.
Jim Carrey?
No. Oh, from
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin.
Yeah.
And so remember he did the movie and he was like, I was raised a little poor.
Oh, the jerk?
Yeah.
You're talking about the jerk. My mom loves sleepovers.
So you reminded me of that with that whole when I was a little boy.
That movie is so funny. That
Sam's life's been a struggle.
no, my Frank Ocean fan has been a struggle. I damn near broke the internet trying to find out information about Frank Ocean's album.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Sam doesn't realize
This real struggle.
that his non-Hispanic side has white privilege.
About Frank Ocean?
And if he didn't talk, who would? And nobody would have told him. If he didn't say he was Latino, nobody would know.
Nobody would know.
Yeah, you're right. I get called an Arab down south. You're right. No one think I'm white. Please, I would. Do you want to know the way old people look at me on the street? They go like this. And then they'll just like...
Well, that's because you got a lot of hair. And your skin is dark, so I bet you in the sun, that Florida sun, you just darken right on up, don't you?
Yeah, it gets real weird. It gets real weird with old people down there. They get real shifty.
I think you want to be hood.
No.
That's what I think about.
Yeah,
That's why I'm wearing skater shoes and knee-high socks. You're right.
He liked to be hood adjacent.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really want to be in the hood. I want to be like across the street from the hood. I ain't going into projects. I'm going to hang out on the periphery of the projects.
I want to represent, but not represent.
But not be down. I want to represent, but I'm not going to be down.
I'll go anywhere. I'm not.
We love you, Sam.
Thank God I can speak again.
You can. Well, because the conversation was intent and you was about to ask something that had nothing to what I was saying. Well, although I know you were a kid of divorce and your parents probably got along very well.
No.
They didn't.
They got along. No, absolutely not.
Well, because you're grown up, 20, I feel hopeful that maybe my kids will turn out as good as you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It wasn't always this good. I was like, it left some marks. It was like bad. They like sued each other. It was really bad.
Yeah.
It was a tough situation.
But you survived. I mean, how do you feel? How do you feel about relationships?
I mean, I just don't want to be like that. I think that's my main takeaway from that. It's like cool to see something work so badly, because then you know like what not to do, or
Okay.
like what to do.
And so you have good memories of that stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I don't like resent either of my parents. Like that, I realize that they both like obviously made some mistakes here and there because they're like human beings.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate the effort that they put into it.
Okay.
Especially like my dad. Like the first half, he was like a lot really iffy about seeing me, about like stuff like that. But like as time went along, he like kind of kicked into shape and like started like seeing me more and like doing stuff with me like that. I think it was more like a battle between my parents, and it kind of leaked into our relationship.
Okay. So Harry, you got that you laid that foundation for that very well. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, I think as long as you learn from life, from the mistakes of your parents, from the mistakes of people around you, I feel that's what I try to do most. I try to take the good, but throw out the bad that I see in everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just all hold on to it.
Well, that's the thing. But a lot of people, they carry it. They carry the baggage all their lives.
Yeah, and yes, and this is what I don't want my kids to do. Because I get it, because I carry the baggage too. But I had a lot of abuse, so and I've done a lot of work to sort of release a lot of that abuse. But you can't get rid of it all. Some of it sticks to you, and it's in your DNA, and it's a part of whatever. But I put in place for them some support so that they could work through these things, so that they can work through these things, so that they're not carrying whatever it is they think they're carrying.
Well, the thing is, you never get rid of it all,
yeah.
Right? But the key is not passing it on.
Yeah.
You see, that's my goal in everything. Not passing on this tornado, this storm inside of me every day, because there's a storm inside of me every day. It's how I choose to direct that energy, and whether I pass that on to the generations that come after me.
See, that's some good talk right there. See, that's some good stuff right there, Harry. See, I like when you're in this mode, because I learned so much. It's such an illuminating thing. So let me play some more music. And thank you, Sam, for sharing that, because I don't think we talk to kids enough. I'm not calling you a kid. I don't think we talk to young people enough about the effects of these dynamics, right? We just believe that they're resilient and they will somehow or other roll with it and then come into their own.
Yeah.
You know, and that's always our hope, right?
But I feel like even as like a kid, talking about it like didn't help. Like they tried to like get me to talk about it a lot. Like they took me to like
therapy.
Yeah. And they like kicked me out. They were like, this kid doesn't want to be helped. They literally, I was like 12 years old, and they were just like, nope, we don't want to see him anymore. This kid obviously doesn't want to be here. Cause like I really didn't like.
I know, and that's a hard thing to say because you're 12. Like, how can 12-years don't know that they don't need help? They're just being obstinate and just difficult.
Yeah.
Look, I wasn't 47. I mean, it wasn't till I was 47 till I realized maybe I should go talk to somebody, you know, and actually sit down, because I thought psychology and all that, I thought it was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought it was, what's the person across from me going to do for me? That's what I always thought. You know, I'm master of my own domain. I don't need help. And last year, I started seeing a psychologist, and I actually decided to share. And it felt good to share.
Yeah.
You know? So it's, as you grow, hopefully it doesn't take to 47 for nobody. But you know what I'm saying?
I know.
Grow, you learn.
Yes. I wish I would have planned for this deep conversation because I would have put some music that would reflect this, but I didn't. So we're gonna have hip hop hooray. Yeah, hip hop hooray! Oh, hey.
You see my Young Thug shirt today? Wait, look at the back. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, this is that real like boom bap. I love boom bap. It's annoying now.
I can't believe people stole my garbage can.
What?
My garbage can is not here.
Oh my god. Yeah. You know who stole it? They want it. They want your trash.
Who wants your trash?
The liberals, obviously.
The liberals?
Someone stole the trash can. And Harry's only explanation.
I don't think the liberals steal trash can.
That's what he thought when someone stole his water bottle.
To me, it sounds like the conservatives. They always want to control people's lives.
Yeah, they want to conserve the trash can.
You know, they want to see if you got condoms in there or whatever. I don't know.
Oh my god, it's too much.
I love this song. P-Man.
Who's this by?
Naughty by Nature. You don't know? You never heard this?
I know I heard the song. I just didn't know who it was by.
Tretch and them.
It's well, you know.
I know Naughty by Nature. I have this weird thing where sometimes I'll know artists but not know their most popular song. Like I heard, yesterday. I didn't know "Buy You a Drink" by T-Pain. I never heard that song.
In 10 years.
How
many years?
10 years.
10 years.
But I know other songs by T-Pain. Like I don't know what happened. I think it's because I didn't listen to those artists like when they were big, so I just find them in like weird ways.
Air conditioned home.
You like how I fix those headphones on air?
That's good. You jam plastic into a laptop.
Isn't that everything? Isn't that everything?
Very impressive.
So you have the Isley Brothers on there? You have a lot of Isley Brothers on there? I listened to the Isley Brothers this morning.
Yeah.
I was listening to At Your Best. You know that song?
Yeah.
Woo. And the Aaliyah version is fire.
Get out of here early too.
Yeah, me too. Wait, do I need to stay?
Not today.
And Brian
Ho, hey, ho, hey,
I don't have
ho.
anything after Ryan has the 2 hours and then DJ Raw.
Oh, so I can just head out at 12?
Maybe I don't.
Well, I gotta go to the airport to pick up this kid. He might be at my show tomorrow.
I should take over your show tomorrow.
Who?
Play music.
No, God, I got so much music to play tomorrow. I'm playing an album as good as the Jay-Z album.
I'm gonna review Kid Rock's new album
New Senate Run.
on your show tomorrow.
You're not hijacking this show.
Your only one.
What show?
The intern, he wants to play music on it.
Oh yeah.
But I got hours of music to play. Like 8 different albums came out last week. That beat was hot. That was a really nice beat.
I never know whether you're criticizing.
Yes.
I'm not
Hip hop hooray! Ho! Hey! Ho! Hip hop hooray! Ho! Hey! On LoveBabz Love Talk 103.5 FM WNHH. Live streaming on New Haven Independent and on Facebook Live and YouTube and wherever else you can see our colors.
We're all over the place.
We are all over the place. And you know what? It's like late September outside.
Yeah, for real. That's why I'm wearing this long sleeve.
It's like 60 degrees. That's like,
I think it's gonna get about 72 today.
oh my God, Harry.
It's not bad.
I had on a different outfit and I ripped my skirt, so I gotta go take my skirt to a tailor. I got a caught on something and it just I was like, oh my God.
Right before you got in here?
Yes, I had on a cute outfit too. So that added to my lateness.
Well, tomorrow
What's tomorrow?
in the 80s, so don't completely throw away your summer clothes.
No, my summer clothes are out. I didn't, you know what? What's up, Paul Beasy? Listen, all the time I took to get these summer clothes put out, it took me so much effort to get these clothes out. So I'm going to wear everything. I don't care if it's 50 degrees outside. I'm going to wear my summer stuff. Although I put on my sneakers today, my little satin sneakers.
Yeah, those are some nice sneakers.
Aren't they cute? Satin, satin, satin. Thank God my daughter Brianna's not home because she would steal them off my feet.
Yeah, those are real trendy. Like, those look like you could do a kickflip on those.
I could be trendy, Sam. Don't you sleep on Babz.
I know. Don't. I see your headphones. You got the coolest headphones of any radio host.
I could be trendy, baby. I could get it in. So
Don't let anybody know that Babz has the home.
I know, because you know how it'd be like little nursery school in here. What is Babz have red headsets?
That was pretty good. I got my own headset. I have 2 headphones in my bag at all times.
Because I have a red phone, I have a red bag, a red Fitbit. So anyway, let me tell you my Fitbit challenge, because my sister Lois probably listening down in Jersey. And hey, Bet Allen in Seattle, if you're up, getting Riley out the door, doing whatever you do out there in the beautiful God's country of Seattle. So my sister gave me this Fitbit a year ago, and I used it for a good while. And then it sat dormant since April of 2016. So anyway, I because I'm on this whole new health kick thing, I thought I would break it out. So how you doing? So my siblings are very competitive, like the Corleone kind of competitive. Like they're very competitive. So
like the Corleone competitive.
So and see, I'm already breaking code because I'm going against the family just by saying this. So anyway, so they're all in the fit. Babz going against. I hate to do that. I love you. You know it. Poof. So if my brother invites me fishing today, y'all know. Look for me. So anyway. So they're all that my brother and sister are quite competitive. So they, my brother puts in like 200 million steps in the morning because he works for the city of New Haven refuse department. So he picks up he gets the garbage. So of course he's gonna get 200 million steps by like 6 o'clock in the morning. He started at 3 o'clock. So and then my sister is like all on it. So my brother sends me this message, in true Corleone fashion. We don't play games up in here. we serious in here. Like Robert, cut it out. So I got my Fitbit on, and I'm doing the whole 30. I'm down 7 pounds, Harry. I know I shouldn't be weighing myself because they tell you don't weigh yourself. But I weigh myself. So all right. So I'll be back tomorrow, and I will be on time. I'm gonna play something. I'm not gonna play "Lovely Day Out."
Whoa.
We're gonna play this. You might like this, Sam.
I'm very open-minded.
Thank you for listening to LoveBabz Love Talk on WNHHLP 103.5 FM. See you tomorrow. Have a lovely day. There goes a lovely day for you. Bye, Babz.
Bye, baby. See y'all tomorrow. You like it?
Am I hearing Drake on LoveBabz Love Talk?
You like that?
Motown artist Drake?
We in this bitch. DJ drama featuring Future and Drake. I don't know any of these people, Harry. If I saw them on the street or on the lineup, I couldn't pick
Drake?
them.
You wouldn't know Drake.
I would know Drake. I know Drake from when he was on TV.
I remember that too. I'm like a little... For Halloween, I was Drake freshman year.
Oh, you didn't black up, did you?
No.
Well, you didn't have to, because
Yeah,
really...
I think I'm darker than Drake, honestly. No, I didn't black. Oh my God, no. I got the fade though.
Thanks, Harry, for everything.
See you tomorrow.
I can't believe I just heard Drake on Babs' show. You got to hear the Tyler the Creator album. It's freaking fantastic.
The what?
The Tyler the Creator album. It sounds like Stevie Wonder.
Get out of here.
All right, y'all enjoy your show. No, you're not. Good cops can't retire. Good cops, you got to. Good cops cannot retire. Can't, because too many bad cops. That's real. There's so many, because we need the good cops to like be out there. I know when you see these things, I know you're scared. I know you're like, what? This is not how I was trained.
You can shake your head. I had a cop ask me the other day. What a concept, huh?
Truth was a novel idea. A time that is coming on.
Yeah, what a concept.
Are you guys getting body cams?
We've had them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did people find them useful?
Yes. So, what we have found is change, I think.
How are you?
I think it changed the way that the officers act. I think it changes the way that interacts with the officers. You know, let's say when they're on camera, it seems to be a more civilized interaction. So we've had
Yeah.
2008.
I was a police commissioner probably around that time. Under Mel and then Ortiz.
Okay. Yeah.
So I came just at the tail end of I came like I don't know, in the middle of Mel's time as chief.
Well, I know that
So, I've always wondered this about body cams. So, like, let's say someone did something like minorly, like if someone were to be jaywalking and you put them on a body camera, does that person, does it make it more, like you have to kind of feel the thing? Like, you have to enforce everything a little lot more.
You can decide a jaywalking situation, right?
it's called discretion. So what happens with discretion is discretion gets more and more okay, the less serious it becomes, discretion impacts. So it's that
Since Rodney King. Yeah. I mean, a long time. 20 years.
You have a show today?
What?
You have a show today?
Yes, we have a show.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
get
you
it.
better get on it.
I'll set up for you.
He doesn't want to be on Facebook.
Oh, you don't want to be on Facebook? Yeah, no.
He's not on Facebook. I've asked him to do it.
What's the easy one to go to Facebook?
He doesn't want to be on Facebook.
Okay. Cool. I actually hate Facebook. So the thing about Facebook, I never go on Facebook live. You get like an extra people listen to the show. They're all working, kind of they're working. Like it doesn't make any sense for us to tell them an hour in advance we're going to radio show because yeah. But when it pops up after the movie starts, yeah. And I say when they don't watch it.
If they're listening.
Yeah, I'm working and it pops up. Yeah, but I'm really
Facebook is a minefield.
Well, it's very nice talking to you. Have a good show.
Yeah,
I'll see you all
if
tomorrow.
you're not someone who's like raised on the internet.
I'm with you on Facebook. I think it destroys everyone's time because it was kind of negative. All this stuff is a paper boy.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How
Nice
are
to meet you.
you?
Very well. How are you?
Always in Bradford?
Yes.
We're from Holloway and from, they were from, she used to be at the Outdoor Senior Center.
Jerry. Yeah, Terry. So, Marsha's just doing a SoundCloud.
Yeah, just radio.
Yeah, just radio.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well,
So there's no Facebook, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
this makes our job easier. Well, I mean, I get it. With being a police officer, Facebook has been a very touchy subject. For,
I run out to the conference.
yeah.
Do you want me to get a picture of the chief before we go?
Yes, could you, because we need to clear our
Chief, can I
story.
get your photo? Alright. I want to point this way so I'm going with that.
But yeah, I get if my profession was countlessly scrutinized over the platform.
You're gonna interview him now? Oh, great. Hello, Ross, how are you
Hey.
today?
How you doing?
With your Mickey Mouse. You look like Mickey Mouse with those.
They're cute.
And now it's time to
Alright.
say goodbye.
Oh, you're still live.
Oh. The keyboard's over there. The keyboard.
Yeah.
Why didn't you turn this off?
Me? You're here.